Hello, and welcome back. I was busy editing all of the videos, planning what I want to do in the future, had an existential crisis, it doesn't matter. And while I was doing all of that, I redid every single character in the game. And I tried to get at least over 9 in the intensity thingy. This is so I can prepare myself for World of Light. Though there are some characters that are a little too hard for me, either because, well, A, they either play weird, or B, I am expected to do crazy stuff in their campaign. Alright, so for this video, I'll be doing Piranha Plant, Joker, Hero, and Banjo Kazooie. Banjo and Kazooie. Okay, so all of the DLC characters were introduced in this game, so I gotta play... or practice all of them before I try them out. Oh. So you have to hold it if you want to keep it upwards. So down B is this extendy thingy. Does it matter? Hold on, does range matter? Like, is there like a sweet spot to this? No, it automatically hits whatever. If it touches something, it automatically hits. So that means side B is the poison. I thought the poison thing would be down B, but no, it's side B. And up B is the helicopter. Does Piranha Plant have feet? That's so weird. Alright, let's begin. The first character is, of course, Piranha Plant.
Piranha Plant. Ready? Go!
B. Alright, so Piranha Plant. It is from the Mario series. And an interesting thing about Piranha Plant is that, unlike most of the characters that are in this game, it is not special at all. I don't know why they started with a freaking crowd attack. Anyways, what do I mean by not special? Usually when a character is introduced in Smash Bros, they are usually one of 4 different kinds of characters. They're either a protagonist slash hero, a villain slash antagonist, someone who's significant to a franchise, or they are a very special character. And let me give examples for all of those. For heroes slash protagonists, those would be... this sucks.
Continue.
I'll be honest, I am still learning this character. Alright, that was pretty awful. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Protagonist slash hero, antagonist slash villain, someone relevant to the franchise, or someone special. An example of a hero slash protagonist would be Mario, Samus, Link, obviously. An example of antagonist slash villain would be Bowser, Ganondorf, and I'm trying to think of it, Ridley, I guess. Now, special to the franchise would be characters who are neither protagonist or antagonist, but they do play a pretty decent role in the overall series. An example would be Falco and Lucina. Falco, even though he's part of Team Star Fox, he's not the protagonist, but he's also not the antagonist, and he doesn't play that much of a role in the overall story, but he is significant to the team, and overall he is a decently popular character within Star Fox. And Lucina, even though she didn't play a major role in the story of her game until basically like the second half of the game, she's still technically significant story-wise. I can't think for crap. You know what, this character might be a little harder than I thought. I thought this character was heavy, but no, this is a very light character. So the fourth type of character I mentioned was special. The reason why I put them in this category is because, well, they don't fit either of the three categories. So those characters would consist of historic Nintendo characters, such as Rob, Mr. Game & Watch, and etc. And the reason why I want to mention that is because Piranha Plant technically doesn't fit in any of those categories.
Ready?
It's not a protagonist slash hero, it's not a villain slash antagonist. It has no significance in the Mario franchise at all. And it is not a historic icon because, well, it is part of the Mario series. Yeah, no. The thing is, Piranha Plant in the Mario series is quite literally one of your generic grunts you see in basically any game.
Ready? Go!
Jeez, this campaign was pretty damn brutal. Of course it's going after me. What are the odds that 3 freaking beehives were there? It was first introduced in Super Mario Bros, I think.
Ready? Go!
I don't know, I could have sworn it was introduced in, what was it? Super Mario Bros, but then again I could be entirely wrong. Oh god. And here's the thing about the Mario series. If something was featured in a mainline Mario game, it will be featured in every single game from there on forward. So since Piranha Plant was first introduced in Super Mario Bros, aka a mainline Mario game, it's been in basically every single Mario game up to date, I think. I can't confirm that because, well, I haven't played every single Mario game, but every game that I've played, I do know that it's been in that game. Mario and Luigi, Paper Mario, Mario Kart, Mario Golf, Mario Strikers. Wait, was it in Strikers? Okay, I'm not sure about Strikers when I think about it. It was in the baseball game. Basically, this thing has been everywhere. But that doesn't mean it's special, because the same thing applies to the Goombas, and they're not in this game. My head is being screwed over. I keep thinking that the poison thing is down B, but it's actually side B. That's such a weird placement. I want to say more about Piranha Plant, but there's not much to say. It is literally a generic enemy grunt you would see in the Mario series. I could have sworn I pressed shield, but alright. I guess the game wants to screw me over then.
Wow! Incredible! Congratulations!
I think about it. Wasn't the reason why PD Piranha was chosen as a DLC character was because Sakurai was like, let's surprise the people, and surprise they did. And I'm pretty sure that's it. It was literally just a surprise character. No reason other than just to troll the community. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this is like the second... This is a character that I want to play... Not the most, but like the second most. You can dash out of this, but you need to keep pressing B in order to dash. I don't understand how you do this specifically. Yeah, no, I don't understand his neutral B. Up B is grapple. Iha? So it's a poison move. Down B is... I don't know what you call this. Looks like a counter. Well, that's the one where if you get hit by something, you charge your thingy, right? Ooh. This is my persona. Okay, so I do get new special attacks and normal attacks, smash attacks. I don't get any extra movement, do I? Doesn't feel like it. Ah, this is such a cool character. Yeah, it charges over time if you just do nothing. Charges when you do... Wait, it doesn't charge when you do damage. I thought it did. No, it only charges when you take damage. Huh. That's a lot different than I thought. Oh wait, there's that spinny move. I want to see how you do it. Do I hold it? Oh, I press up. Hold on. I hold B, press up, I do the spinny. Sick. So if I hold down... Ooh, that's so cool. Oh my god, this character is so cool. Alright, time for the Phantom Thief. Joker. And it's another horde battle. I don't like this already.
Go!
Oh, wow. So it's Arsene, it's called. That's so cool. Anyways, Joker from the Persona series, more specifically Persona 5. I've never played the game.
Ready? Go!
And before I talk about the Persona series, I want to first talk about its origins. First is the series called Megami Tensei. Megami Tensei is a manga series where the story centers around... I love the music choice. Where it centers around a... I've never seen the manga, so I can't say I know what the story is exactly, but it centers around a normal Japan where someone developed a computer program that manages to connect with the demon realm, I think it's called. And because of the connection between the human realm and the demon realm through the demon program, demons have been flooding through the program and basically invaded Japan and basically took over the world. Essentially, it's an apocalypse. And in the manga series, it focuses on a specific character. I don't know what his name is. Like I said, I haven't read the manga. And I don't think I plan on reading it either. So basically, it is a post-apocalypse story where rather than being zombies or such and such, it is demons. And at some point, the Megami Tensei series got itself a video game called, well, Megami Tensei. And it is made by a developer called Atlas. And the way how the game works is that, you are a normal person, but you would make contracts with the demons that are wandering around, and sometimes you would either take their powers or team up with them. Basically it's Pokemon, but except the trainer actually has to fight himself too. Oh, and also the risk is literally dying. Ah, the music's so wonderful. Alright, there's multiple assistants, so I'll continue. So, the video game, the story of the video game, Megami Tensei, followed the manga, so I don't think I have to say much there. I don't think it deviates from the manga. But after some time, you know, after making multiple Megami Tensei games, Atlas decided they didn't want to make another... They decided they didn't want to make another Megami Tensei game, and instead, they said, we like the concept of Megami Tensei, but we don't want to follow the story of the manga. So what they did was they created their very own series called Shin Megami Tensei. And it follows the same setting where it takes place in modern Japan. No, not modern Japan. It takes place in a post-apocalypse Japan that is overrun by demons. And the story varies from game to game. Sometimes you are a survivor of the apocalypse, sometimes you are someone who's not from Japan, etc., etc. And the series became decently popular. In fact, it became so decently popular that they made multiple spin-offs. And it covers a wide variety of genres. There's like dungeon crawling. What is it? I'm trying to remember what games they have. There was dungeon crawling, strategy. I swear there was more. Oh wait, they did Mystery Dungeon, did they not? With Frost Jack? I could have sworn they did. Yeah, so they made multiple spin-offs where every single story actually slightly differs. Like, the setting is still the same. It is basically, once again, I'll say this as many times as I need to, post-apocalypse Japan. But then one day, out of all the spin-offs they made, they decided to make another spin-off, but this time, rather than be post-apocalypse Japan, it takes place in modern Japan where the human realm and the, let's call it the shadow realm, is completely separate. And what would happen is that sometimes the shadow realm will go out of control and slowly leak into the human realm. And there will be select few individuals in the human realm that will interact with the demon realm, and they save the world, basically. More or less. I'll be honest, the story kind of varies depending on what game you are playing. And this spin-off I'm talking about, where the human realm and the demon realm is completely separate, is none other than the Persona series. So that means the Persona series is a spin-off of a spin-off. Joker's amazing. So yeah, the Persona series has a very long history.
Wow! Incredible!
And one final thing I want to mention. I've never played a Megami Tensei game. I've only played one Shin Megami Tensei game, and I didn't even finish it because I got busy. And when it comes to the Persona series, currently I have not played a single Persona game. I played a spin-off Persona game, so it's a spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off called Persona Q. But other than that, no, I have literally little to no experience with Shin Megami Tensei or Persona.
Congratulations!
Oh, and will I play the Persona series or the Shin Megami Tensei series? Absolutely. From the very little I played, from the one game and the spin-off game I played, it is extremely fun. I would go as far as to say that it is probably my favorite RPG franchise of all time. Alright, time for this character. There's an MP system. I want to see how that works. It goes up over time, and if you do damage, you recover it. Okay. So B is... I think that's called Frizz. Side B is Zap. Up B is... what is that called? I don't remember what this move is called. Gust? No. I'll think about it. And down B is where you can select a variety of moves. And to cancel it, I need to just shield. Moveset wise, it's pretty simple. What the heck? This is an up tilt. I thought this was an up smash, but this is a up smash. Alright, time for the legendary hero. Alright, hero from the Dragon Quest series. It is a very important video game series for me personally. So I should mention that, no, I have not played that many Dragon Quest games. I've only played like one game as of currently. However, the reason why I deem it very important to me is because Dragon Quest is essentially the grandpappy of all RPG franchises to have ever existed. Or JRPGs.
Ready? Go!
And what I mean by that is... Hold up. Okay, this character is so chunky. I thought I got used to it. Like, the moveset is simple, but it's very heavy. Okay, so what do I mean by the grandpappy of all RPGs slash JRPGs? So before RPG video games were a thing, the only thing that was, well, an RPG-esque was Dungeons and Dragons. But the thing is, even now, Dungeons and Dragons was a niche thing. And even nowadays, it's still pretty niche amongst the average person and people who play video games. It's known, but not everyone plays it. Don't take this as me saying that it is not popular. I'm pretty sure Dungeons and Dragons is popular. It's just I don't hear much about it when it comes to, well, anywhere. Like for me personally. And in terms of video games, RPG games back then, I think, I'm not 100% on this, RPGs back then were mostly dungeon crawlers, where it was in first person, you go from point A to point B in a dungeon, and you defeat stuff. Sometimes, I don't know. I don't play those old games, but I can't say I know for sure. Actually, now I think about it, was there even RPG games back then? I would honestly be not surprised if RPG games weren't even a thing. Basically, all I'm gonna say is, think of any RPG game you can think of nowadays. They were completely different back then. That or they were non-existent. They didn't exist at all. But one day in Japan, Square Enix made a special little series called Dragon Quest. In this one series alone, and Dragon Quest, this one series alone, basically revolutionized the RPG genre. To the point where many RPG games nowadays will have some sort of feature that was first introduced in Dragon Quest. And a really, really good example would be none other than Pokemon. In fact, I want you to look at the very first Dragon Quest game. Like, just look at the gameplay, and then compare it to Pokemon. You can tell that Pokemon took a lot of inspiration from Dragon Quest. And aside from video games, it was also a video game icon. I mean, no, it is a media icon in Japan. In fact, if you watch any sort of... Actually, if you interact with any sort of Japanese media, they would often they would offer... I'm trying to focus. They would often use Dragon Quest as an... How do I say it? They would parody Dragon Quest, is what I'm trying to say.
Game
And I'm not kidding. An example would be the hero class, aka this character you see right now. If I were to show you an image of what the hero class looks like, and I want you to think about every single anime and manga you've seen, surely you've seen this kind of character design somewhere in one of those medias. That's how much of an icon Dragon Quest is in Japan. To the point where it is even featured heavily in various Japanese media. Actually, now that I think about it, the whole fantasy genre altogether is heavily inspired by Dragon Quest. Like, if you've seen an isekai or like fantasy series, chances are it is extremely... What's going on? Is that not the boss? Dragon! Wrong move. Oh man. What was I saying? I said something. I completely lost focus there.
Wow! Incredible!
You know what? I'll do it in post edit. I actually lost focus there.
Congratulations!
Okay, time for this character. He doesn't look that difficult to play. Can I hold side B? Can I cancel side B? No, I cannot. So once you do side B, you're going all in. For this egg shot thingy, you need to hold B. I see. And to put it away, I guess you can just shield to put it away. Up B is this jumpy thingy. Wait a minute. Did I see that right? You can charge this. I didn't know you could charge that. And the platform does damage, yep. Down B is the grenade. Okay, so that's how long it takes.
Classic mode!
Alright, it's time for the beloved Banjo and Kazooie.
Banjo and Kazooie! Ready? Go!
Alright, Banjo Kazooie. No wait, Banjo and Kazooie. That's the character's name. They are from a game called Banjo Kazooie. Confusing, ain't it? Banjo Kazooie was made by a team called Rare, or Rareware. Are they called Rare? I swear people call them Rare nowadays. It's made by a team called Rare, and as of currently, Rare is owned by Microsoft because during the GameCube era, I think it was the GameCube era, Microsoft bought Rareware because they thought that they would own the Donkey Kong IP. Turns out, they didn't own Donkey Kong. No surprise. And aside from ownership, as of currently, Banjo Kazooie has a grand total of 3 games. The first game was made on the N64 called Banjo Kazooie, of course. They also made a sequel on the same console called Banjo Kazooie Tooie. And their third game was an Xbox 360 game called Banjo and Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. And I'll say this, it is not well loved at all, not even in the slightest. So if you were to talk to any Banjo Kazooie fan, they will tell you in great detail how much they hate Nuts and Bolts. I don't know what happened there, just don't talk to them about Nuts and Bolts. And from what I've heard, Banjo Kazooie, only the first game by the way, is so good that people consider it the best N64 game of all time. Which is quite a statement because I've heard people say the same thing about what was it? Ocarina of Time. And if you don't know what the gameplay of Banjo Kazooie is, it is a 3D platforming collectathon. Essentially Mario 64. But a lot of people say it is the better version of Mario 64. As for its sequel, Banjo Kazooie Tooie, mixed reviews. A lot of people said it's good, but I've heard a lot of negative things about it. And as for Nuts and Bolts, once again, I'm not going to talk about it because no one likes it. Ooh, close call. And as of currently, Microsoft, aka the people who owns Rare, aka the people who owns Banjo Kazooie, aren't making games for Banjo at all. And I don't know if they will ever make another Banjo Kazooie game ever. In fact, the people who originally made Banjo Kazooie left Rare. So if you expect another good Banjo Kazooie game, well, sad news, it's never gonna happen. Now, weirdly enough, despite the fact that the sequel wasn't as well received and the third game is dog shit, essentially, it is a franchise that is extremely beloved amongst N64 gamers. Like, if you know someone who owns an N64, ask him about Banjo Kazooie, and I can assure you they will talk about incredibly nice things about Banjo Kazooie. That was a complete accident. Whatever.
Continue.
Ticket. In case you were wondering, no, I've never played a Banjo Kazooie game before. And that's because, honestly, I was way too young. And I don't mean that the game was like, had a high age rating. No. As in, I was too young to understand anything about video games. And to my knowledge, as of currently, you can play Banjo Kazooie on the Nintendo Switch, because I think they put Banjo Kazooie, the first and second game, on the Nintendo Switch Online thingy. So, if you're curious about the franchise, you can play it right away. And I'm not gonna lie, I am a little curious about why everyone loves Banjo Kazooie. So, who knows, maybe I'll play it one day.